This is WLOX News Now at 6. Your news starts right now.
This is the most problematic moment because we're getting together more than we ever would during the other times, and that's dangerous.
Tonight, healthcare professionals speaking out on the dangers of gathering this holiday season as COVID-19 cases continue to rise across the state. That warning did not stop folks from across the coast from attempting to get out safely to cash in on Black Friday deals today. And storms rolling across parts of South Mississippi right now as we begin to wind down this day after Thanksgiving. And that's where we begin tonight at 6 o'clock. And let's bring in meteorologist Carrie Duncan now for the latest on where these storms are right now.
Well, Hugh, we are seeing some colder weather. I'll detail it out for you coming up.
The pandemic and online deals have changed the way some people shop this holiday season, but some shoppers still wanted to continue their early Black Friday traditions. Regardless, parking lots and storefronts were met with smaller crowds this year. Most of the lines and crowds were found at major retailers, but that didn't stop local businesses from trying to get in on the action. After a rough 2020, locally owned stores hope to cash in on the holiday rush by standing out from the pack.
But this is the day that we've all been waiting for all year, all retailers. So it's not like going into a big box store. When you come into here, we get to know you, we know your name, we know what you're looking for.
While shops look forward to a boost in sales, shoppers we spoke to say they are enjoying the short lines and small crowds. Black Friday shoppers out tonight trying to save, but also trying to stay safe. COVID-19 protocols are in place, but do shoppers feel like they're being protected? Mike Lacey is live at Edgewater Mall in Biloxi. And Mike, how's the crowd out there right now?
All right, Hugh, well, COVID-19 clearly kept a lot of people home for Black Friday, but that's good news for those who were brave enough to come out to get the big deals. That, coupled with some well-practiced safety protocols, made for a good shopping experience.
They are the signs of the times, the lure of the big deals, and the warnings of the other big deal. But Maxine Wade wasn't about to change her plans.
I'll follow the guidelines they put out there, like the social distancing and the face mask and that, but I want to enjoy life and not be scared.
Part of that enjoyment is shopping, especially on Black Friday.
I like going to stores. That's to me is Christmas and the holidays.
It helps that people are being smart to protect against spreading the virus.
Pretty much. I would say probably 98% of the people follow it where I've been.
And the protocols in place by mall officials and businesses are welcomed.
Well, I think that's good because they're trying to make a living. And so they're following the guidelines that they put out there. And so I applaud them for that, and I want to support them too.
It's what is making Nadia Woodruff feel better about getting out.
I mean, yes, as long as nobody, in my face or people keeping their distance, I'm keeping my distance, I feel all right. They limiting how many people going in and stuff, requiring masks, and that's what's, keeping it good.
Even the line outside Bath and Body Works was no irritation at all.
That's how it should be. It should be like that. I mean, you got to wait in line a little bit longer, but hey, it is what it is. You're getting a good deal, so you can't complain.
And this is just the beginning of many other good deals. Tomorrow, Small Business Saturday. Reporting live in Biloxi, Mike Lacey, WLOX News Now.
Two teams from South Mississippi remain in the hunt for high school football state championships. A trip to the state championship games are on the line tonight for those two teams. Michael Dugan and Tristan Rupert are live tonight at both games covering it for us. And we begin with Michael on the sidelines of Pascagoula, where the Panthers are getting ready to take on West Jones. Michael.
Hugh, in about an hour, Pascagoula will take the field to host a South State title game for the first time since 1987. And of course, that 1987 season ended in an undefeated state championship for these Panthers. Now, on the opposite sideline, West Jones is going to take the field, and that's going to be a very tough matchup for Pascagoula. But make no mistake, this team is never daunted. Sophomores, juniors, seniors, every age group across the board, everyone gets it done for this team. They operate by committee. They have a ton of weapons on both sides. Offense, they're led by sophomore sensation Keelan Parnell. He's a Mississippi State baseball commit. You would never guess he's in 10th grade by watching him play, talking to him, or watching him interact with his teammates. He is extremely mature, has a great command of the huddle, and his athletic skills speak for themselves. Defensively, anchored by senior linebacker K-Ron Leverett. Head coach Lewis Sims raved about this kid yesterday, called him a coach's dream. He's everything you look for in a linebacker, in a captain of that defense. I stopped by practice yesterday. Coach was jumping around. Everyone was super excited. Vibes were really, really good. Everyone was full of energy, ready to go for today. You would never guess that this is one of the younger teams we have down here in South Mississippi. They never back down from a challenge. They haven't lost in 5 weeks. Everything is going right for them. Last week they won in overtime on a field goal to get them to this point. So we got one red hot team here in Pascagoula about an hour away from kickoff against West Jones, but our own Tristan Rupert is up in Poplarville, and you can see this rain coming down a little bit. Tristan, I don't know what it looks like up there, but not even a little bit of rain can stop the red hot Hornets. Am I right?
No, Michael, you're correct. Rain really could be a factor in this game, but it's one that probably favors the Poplarville Hornets, and that's because this is a team that thrives on the running game. They're an old-school football team. Ground and pound is the name of the game for head coach Jay Beach and the boys here. This is their fourth out of the last 5 years South State title appearance. They've won the last three. This is not an unfamiliar landscape for the boys from Poplarville. They're excited about this, and that's because they're being led by a three-headed monster in the backfield. DJ Richardby is sandwiched by Tyron Holston and Greg Swan. All three of those boys close to 1,000 yards rushing on the year. That really is the name of the game for the Hornets. Time of possession, and of course they're going to grind out the win here most likely, but it's also because they're getting it done on defense. Not only are they averaging 300 yards a game rushing the football, but they're forcing their opponents into mistakes, and really a talented defensive back group is really taking advantage of that on the back end. Several key interceptions by those kids in the back end. So this is a talented team. This is obviously not surprising to see them here in the South State title game. The question is this finally the year they get over the hump, not only make it to state, but also get the win? But for that to actually be answered, they're going to have to take care of business here tonight first. It's a can't-miss game, in my opinion. You're going to want to stay tonight at 10 to catch all the highlights, not only from here in Poplarville, but also over in Pascagoula. Two red-hot teams looking to battle for state titles and really pride in the local community. Again, all the highlights tonight at 10. Until then, reporting in Poplarville, Tristan Rupert, WLOX News Now.
Well, the holidays can be hard for many, and keeping a routine is at the top of the list for most. Ahead, some fitness tips for making sure you stay healthy as you navigate this holiday season.